The era we live in now doesn't need some sort of unparalleled hero. What kind of person do we need? We need people who love, comfort, encourage, give, and understand. There was a man named Joseph, Barnabas. He sold his field and laid the money at the apostles' feet so that the members of our Jerusalem church would not lack food. Barnabas' dedication was a devotion offered completely to God. He was dedicated and served God because he could not bear to see his fellow believers, who prayed, worshipped, and shared communion with him, going hungry. When Saul became Paul, no one believed him. It was at this time that Barnabas appeared and vouched for Saul, who had become Paul. He said, "This man will one day do great things for the Lord. We must believe in him." When the Apostle Paul said, "I cannot go with that young man, Mark," Barnabas said, "Isn't Mark still young? Shouldn't we take him and give him another chance so that he can accept the Lord and joyfully preach the gospel?" The Gospels of Matthew, Luke, and John were all written with reference to the Gospel of Mark. This amazing work was done by Mark, and who helped Mark to emerge? Barnabas did this great work. Barnabas never exercised any right or claim over what he had given to God. I believe that if every church had just a few believers like Barnabas, the church would change greatly. We need people who see the potential in others and help them grow. People who, instead of criticizing or giving up, believe in them and help them grow, seeing their good qualities. Barnabas was a person who only thought about the glory of God. Thinking, "God is using me up to this point," Barnabas elevated the Apostle Paul and quietly disappeared from the stage. He said, "For the glory of God alone, I am willing to disappear without a name or a trace. My time is up. Now, the era of the Apostle Paul is beginning." A truly great position is not great because the position itself is great. It is when we quietly and faithfully carry out the work in the position God has called and placed us in, without a name or a trace, that the position truly becomes great. Barnabas was a person who knew his place. Barnabas wanted others to be honored and lifted up more than he wanted to be recognized and elevated himself. Truly, the history of Christianity would not have been spread to all the corners of the world if it hadn't been for these selfless people like Barnabas. I believe that God is waiting for more leaders like Barnabas to emerge from among us today.